Hey everyone, here I'm going to show you how to start FC25 Ultimate Team. So that's this mode here. We're going to go through what Ultimate Team is and all of the different menus that you've seen. I also suggest you go through another area when you actually get around to playing Ultimate Team, which is the Learn to Play area here. But in this one, we're going to be looking at how to start FC25 Ultimate Team. Let's go. So let's enter Ultimate Team. Now, my team is pretty sucky because I've only just started FC25. I have played the FC games and FIFA games for many years, though, so I know exactly what to cover here. And we will talk about it from a new player perspective. When you start the game, it will walk you through building the first basics of your squad. Just go through that. It's pretty obvious what to do. You pick a country and it'll give you some players, and then you will set up the basics of a squad. But I want to walk you through all of these different areas here, because although the game gives you some help, it's a bit difficult for a beginner to understand where to go and what to do moving forward. So I'm going to cover some of the key things. So first of all, if we start from the start, you've got news, which will tell you about anything that's basically going on in the game. So you can see early access in season 1 because I've got the game on early access because I pre-ordered it, and the super duper edition, you get 7 days early access. So I thought I'd do this video nice and quick. So objectives is one of the key areas of FC 25 and any previous game, and basically you want to be completing objectives to unlock certain rewards. So we can enter this by hitting the X on enter objectives here, and we have different objectives. And a new thing this season is a Rush, which is a game mode which I'll talk about in a minute, where you can earn points to get prizes, and if you completed all of these you would get this rare gold players pack, which I'll talk about packs in just a moment. You've also got the seasonal objectives. So, for example, score goals, play 2, and I would earn these SP points here, which I'll talk about in just a second as well. But these are basically things you can have a little look through. Some are very easy, like just play games, win games, score games, play rush mode. But others will be a little more demanding, such as this one. It says win 10 matches with a minimum of 1 World Tour player in your starting squad 11, blah, blah, blah. And then you would unlock this gold pack. And if you unlock all of these, you would complete and get a super duper pack. You've also got the option of equipping a certain kit, playing with that, and you learn points. And you're probably wondering, what do we use all these points for? I will cover that in just a sec. But the milestones, you can see we do things here like assist 5 goals with a Liga F player. I'd get the 75 plus rare gold player pack. But you want to be looking all through these for things that you might be able to do. Squad building challenges, change the club nicknames, squad battles, blah, blah, blah. And once you complete something, so for example, under squad maintenance, list 1 player on the transfer market is something I did, I can claim whatever the objective reward is here. And you may have seen just on the previous screen, there was a little circle highlighting that I did something. So whilst you're on this page, one thing that's confusing is it's like, well, what's the seasonal thing? And up the top left, you see there's that little L2 button above UT objectives. If you hold that and then go up, you can see the FC season. And these objectives link into this, in that when you earn the season points, you will unlock these rewards as you progress through the season. And this is one of the main reasons to play Ultimate Team, is as you earn those points, you can unlock cool rewards such as an 87 rated Son if I earn 14,000 SP, which is going to take me a little while, but that's a pretty cool card to unlock as you go through. And the season, so you can see this one is going to last 40 days, so we've got plenty of time to do this. But if we get all the way to the end, you can see the rewards start getting chunky, like we get this 88 rated player item, and behind me here 87 plus times 3 rare gold player packs. So by the end we should get ourselves some pretty decent rewards. And you can see up above I've done nothing so far because I just want to get this up and help you out if you are getting the game brand new. So on the play thing, it's funny enough, when we play the game, I'm going to cover that last because that's what you would do when you understand what the heck the other things are. But club is a important area. This is where you pick your ultimate team. So we have the squad, the evolutions, the stadium, the player stats, and the leaderboards. So the main ones you want to be looking at is the squad. And the game does introduce you to this. This is where you pick your team that you're going to play with. You pick your 11 players that are going to be on the team. And you also pick your subs down here that you can access when you are playing a game. On the left-hand side, if you press the L3 button, you can get access to things like team management, formation, build different squads of different players, change the kit numbers, player stats. But just for example, formation, I could change my formation to a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-2-3-1, etc. And you can see the position names change depending on what formation I pick. Or if I hit circle, I can just cancel out and go back to my current formation, which is this one here. Now, the formation is quite important. If I cancel out here as well and go back to the players, each player has a prime position. So you can see Russo here has an 85. That's the rating of the player. And underneath that, it says ST, which is the position that Russo plays, which is a striker. If you press the R3 button, you can find a bit more information about this player. So you can see trade status untradeable, skill moves, weak foot, blah, blah, blah. And if I R1 over to player details, I can see that Russo can play as a striker, but also alternative position of a centre attacking midfielder, CAM. I can see what club Russo plays with and the league and the country that she's from. And what you're ideally looking for are players that have some sort of link to another player. And that's what we call chemistry. So at the minute, my chemistry on the left-hand side, 16 of 33, is not that great because I've literally just started building the team. But what I can do is look for players with some sort of relation between them, such as all Spanish players. So we have a Spanish player here. You see the flag down the bottom left of the badge. There, and there. And those three together mean that we will build up a bit of chemistry. These two have a slightly stronger chemistry because they also share the same league and club. And you can see that chemistry action on the left-hand side. So what chemistry will do for you is gives some perks to the player attributes. So when we're getting these +2s on the attributes, that's because they've got good chemistry. And if I manage to get the chemistry up to 3, I'd get even more perks for that, which is pretty cool. So also here you can see the club, which is the other players that you own that aren't currently in your squad. And you can switch these in and out. So I've got a team of the week Herrera here. So I could pop them in either the subs like so. And then they can be pulled in, or I could choose to put them in the main squad here as well. So your players, you can opt to sell some of them if they are tradable, or you can use them in squad building challenges. And I'll explain what that is in a minute. But that's really the main squad view. So lots of stuff you can do here. You can also access part of the transfer market here by hitting L1, and you can go off and search for players here, buy stuff, buy the players to bring into your team. You can search by name, by quality, by position, all sorts of stuff. So if I wanted a CDM, for example, the pricing is set to the maximum amount of coins I've currently got. And if I hit the search command, I could see what players I could possibly buy. And then what you want to be doing, though, is narrowing down to see whether this is a really good price for Fred or not. 600 seems quite reasonable for 81 player on the bid, but 6,000 buy it now price does seem a bit steep. But if you look at the club here, I've already got an 82 and an 83 player, so he's not really going to improve what I've got already. But if we have a little look there again, he's probably gone now. He may be a better link for building chemistry if he matches the country or something like that, or the league, to improve the chemistry and get some perks that way. So that's the squad. And if we come out of there, we've then got the next area. So this one's a more advanced concept, not really for beginners, but you can certainly look at it. Evolutions is a way of improving players in your team. So it tells you a little bit about them here. But you see we've got 2 possible evolutions here. So cosmetics and exclusives. And basically what I can use is if I have an evolution here, I can preview it on a player such as Mace here. And then if I complete these challenges that we see here, Mace will improve to an 84 above. And then I go to level 2, and then I can get her locked in as an 84 to go forward. And as well as her rating improving, she gets some stat rewards such as that dribbling +2 and the pace +4. So if you're going to start the evolution, you start it, you put her in the team, and then complete these challenges. And as those ones are completed, she'd complete level 2 and then she'd complete level 1, and then you go to level 2 here, complete those, and happy days. So that's evolutions, a very simple explanation of it, and that will get more interesting over time. The stadium is where you can customize the look of your stadium. So there's all sorts of things here that will unlock over time. I could change things like the badge, my home kit, my away kit, my ball that I use, default player celebration, and whether the club has a nickname, an anthem or a chant, a goal sound. And you can also change things like the structure of the stadium. So we've got the stadium here. I've also got this other stadium that I own. So I can pick that. I can also go in and change things like stadium color, VIP area, goal net color. But some of these unlock over time as you complete certain objectives. Lastly, you've got cosmetics. You can put things like tifos on the background there. So we could have something here on the background just to make this a little more interesting. And as you play the game, you will unlock certain rewards and get packs where you can basically customize your stadium so when you're playing at home, your stadium looks like you've designed it. So as we come back out of here, we can also see things like player stats and leaderboards and stuff like that in club. But that's the main areas that we've got in club. Next, you've got SBC. So squad building challenges is a slightly different way of playing the game where you can trade in players for certain rewards if you can hit the squad building challenge requirements. I've got more detailed videos on this, so if you're interested in that, have a little look. But basically, you come into here and you have a little look at a challenge such as, let's go with the bronze upgrade, for example. And basically, if I traded in 11 bronze players here, I would get myself a reward, and that reward would be that 2 silver players pack. Now, different challenges, such as a player, if you wanted to unlock Angelo Souza here, I could do 3 squad building challenges. This would take me a while, but I'd need to trade in a squad of 83 rated players, a squad of 84 rated players, and a squad with a minimum of 1 Spain player and an overall rating of 82. And if I completed all of those challenges, I'd get these little rewards that we're seeing behind my head for each one. But if I complete all 3, I would get Angelo Souza as a player that I could use in my team. So it's worth keeping an eye on this. There's some very simple ones that get more and more demanding. So Foundations 1, 2, 3 are an easy way of getting some players to begin with. And then lots of more challenging packs here or challenges that you can go through as you earn more players. The transfers area we talked about quickly in the squad building mode, but basically here you can also go and find other things on the transfer market. So if we have a little look here, you can search by name, but up the top bar, you've also got access to things like consumables. So you've got player chemistry style, where you can change the style of a player slightly so they excel more in, for example, shooting or pace or stuff like that. You can also get healing things if a player's been injured. We can also move over to stadium and have things like different badges, different kits, different balls. And if we search for one of these, for example, a badge here, and we go content type authentic, we go to league and say Premier League, we can have a little look through and see what badges are available. So we can have the Liverpool badge if we wanted to spend 500 as the current bid on an auction. So if I bid now above that and I was the top bid, I could earn that badge. Sometimes you'll find things that are cheap buy it now, so you can narrow this down. So we'll go advanced and just back out of there. It's just a help thing. But if I decide actually I do want to focus on Liverpool, what I could do is go badge, set this to authentic, set this to league, Premier League, set the club and say I'm really interested in getting the Liverpool badge. And then I could go to my pricing and say what I'm willing to pay for it. So maybe I only want to pay 1,200, and there are loads of things here. So 800, 900, buy it now. Or I could try and be a bit more patient with the auction. But if we go back and then just tweak that slightly again, so I could see 900. Let's see whether we got anything at 750. Oops, I've just messed my search up. Let's just do that again. Badge, authentic, league. Ugh, I've ruined it completely now. Authentic, Premier League, Liverpool. 750, 750, 750, 700. And if I wanted to buy that, I could say, yes, please. And now I've got that. So I can then assign that to my team. And that's the, that is now owned for me. So I can change that badge up the top in my stadium customization to the Liverpool badge as my team badge for the minute to show that I like that team. So transfers, you've got all sorts of other stuff in there. You can obviously search players and all sorts of things as you go forwards. Now, the store is a place where you can buy packs either using your coins that you earn as you play the game, or you can use FC points. So if you've got a super duper edition, so I had 4,600 points to begin with, and I've spent a load of those on Prime Gold Players Packs. So they are 45,000 coins, which you'll earn game, or FC points, which you can buy. So I'll show you here. So you can buy FC points here. Or if you've got a super duper edition, you may have a load of those points and you can buy those packs with it. You've also got provisions ones or classic packs, and sometimes some stadium items that might be of interest, such as these things here that you can opt to buy. So some of these, like the icon badge, is a special badge. You can see it will cost 200 for that. If you want that one. And sometimes you'll have nice kits that you can buy, such as the Icon Home kit here that would cost 450. We can preview that and see what that would look like. And if you like the look of that kit, you could apply that and use that on your team, but it will cost you that money. You've also got stadium bundles as well that you can go for. And sometimes they're a saving if you want to have multiple things. You've also got access to the settings here where you can change all sorts of stuff, like controller buttons, or whether you want the controller vibration on, or whether you want commentary on or off, those sort of things. One thing to have a little look at here is rename club. If you don't like your club name, you can rename it there. So that's quite an important thing to point out. Now we go to, lastly but not leastly, the option to play stuff. So we've gone through a lot of the core stuff in this beginner's guide of Ultimate Team. But if we go for the play thing here, these are the different modes that you've got available. So you've got Rush, play online or play with friends. Choose a player from your club and join a Rush team alongside 3 friends. That's a new mode in FC25. I still need to play it. We've got Squad Battles. So Squad Battles is where I suggest you start as a beginner, and this will put you up against other players' teams, but the computer will control them. And the nice thing with this is you'll see the rating of the team that you're up against. So this one is a 79 rated team. You can see what tactics they're up to. You can see the strengths and weaknesses of this particular team. And then if you want to play against this team, you select it. You can choose what difficulty, and this is really important when you're starting out. You can put it on beginner, amateur, or semi-pro. You'll still earn points, and that will mean prizes at the end of the week. But it obviously gets more difficult the higher you put this up on. So generally, if you're a reasonable player, I would put it on professional if you are a similar rated team. And if you're lower, then you put it lower. And if you're higher, you put it higher, generally. But see how you go with it. But I like this particularly for beginners because you've got full control over that difficulty whilst you're learning the game. So if we come back out here, if you want something a little more challenging, then you look at Rivals, and Rivals is an interesting thing. So we've got Play Rivals here. We've got Division Rivals, where we progress through the ranks, we get promoted, we earn rewards, and basically you will be finding actual teams controlled by another player, and you need to fight against, or not fight against, but play against them. And the more you win, the higher up the leagues you go, and the better the rewards you get. If you want to get super duper, you can qualify for champions, and this competes against the best of the best, battle over bragging rights, and earn the most premium rewards in Ultimate Team. So if you get very good in the game, this is where you're going to be spending quite a bit of your time. Now, if the whole competitive thing kind of scares you, you can stick to squad battles, or you can go to friendlies. So friendlies is a risk-free way to play Ultimate Team. So you've got live friendlies, and they will have no impact on your record. So if you just want to learn the game, you just want to have a bit of fun with friends, but you don't want to ruin your win ratio or anything like that, you can just play friendlies. And in here are lots of different ways of playing the game. You can also use your lone players, and they won't count down in here. So we can play with up to 4 players, AI opponents. We can play online. We can play with friends. That's entirely up to you. So if you just want to play solo, you can do that here, solo co-op. And if we jump into here, we've got all the different types of games. So we can play mystery ball. Each time the ball goes out of play, it can return as a new mystery ball, giving a powerful boost to the attacking side, or these. So for a beginner, these work quite well. So that's another option of places that you can play. If you want something quick, you've got Moments, and Moments are very short little games that you can play. So you've got Milestones, you've got World Tour, and if we have a little look at any of these, such as these foundation ones here, Football 101 teaches you some very basic things. So passing, we can learn to pass the ball. We'll get a little reward of 1 little point here as we go. And I'm not going to show you play in each of these. I'm just giving you a very quick idea of how this would all work. But when we come out of there, you can then, once you've done lots of moments, you'll earn little points, and you can change those for these here, these little moment stars. So if I got 14 of them, I could have a gold pack. If I look at the seasonal, I could get a welcome pack for just 1 point. So I just do 1 challenge, I'll get a mix of 12 items, including players and consumables, and 3 rares. So that's a really good place to start and just learn the game and earn yourself some rewards as you go. Online draft and single player draft, these are quite interesting. This is where you need to get draft entries, which you'll earn from objectives and certain challenges. And once you get these, you can come into here, and then you will pick a dream team. I'll probably do a separate video on this, but you basically get a choice of 5 players for each position. I think it's 5 players. And then you pick the best team that you can out of those, and then see how far you can progress. I think it's 4 games, and if you manage to win all 4, you'll get the best prize, but if you win 1, you'll get a prize, but it'll be lower, that sort of thing. Lastly, there's PlayStation tournaments. So if you want to take on the competition for prizes in 1v1 single elimination bracket, there is an option to do this. So this is if you're really interested in being competitive and trying to get prizes if you're really good at FC25. So that's another option that you've got under play. But you can see loads of stuff to do here. And all things to learn. So Ultimate Team is a very big detailed area that will keep you busy for the entire season or year of FC25. So I hope this beginner's guide has helped you out. If you want to know how to actually play the game, then obviously you would come out of here and you'd learn in the learning area how to play. So if we come back out of here, you've got the where is it? Learn to play there, and that will teach you all the basics. There's the training center, the rush, the skill games, the practice arena. But have a little look at skill games first to learn the basics. That's a bit beyond this. So there you go. That's how to start FC25 Ultimate Team. I hope that was of use to you. This is my team at the minute. I'm currently rated 85, so lots of work still to do, but got some cool players here, as you can see, and enjoying Ultimate Team very much. If this was of use to you, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. If it helps anyone else, do let them know as well. That'd be awesome. Drop a little comment would be cool. I reply to all constructive comments, so thanks if you do that. And if you like what I do, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I'll be covering loads on FC25 moving forward. Thanks so much.